more information continues to come out about the releases, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's going on with Jade Cargill, Becky Lynch, and more. Starting things off with Becky Lynch. Becky recently turned heel on the Raw after WrestleMania when she attacked Valkyria. Becky then doubled down the following week by admitting to being the one who attacked Bayley at WrestleMania as well. Becky is really diving deeper into the hole of being a heel every single passing week so far. This new version of Becky Lynch just did something we've never really seen her do before, and that's call out the company on social media. Becky Lynch took to her social media platforms to share a video about how she's being disrespected by the company right now. Becky went on to post several screenshots showing how the official company account has never tagged her in any posts since she returned at WrestleMania. She showed how they'll tag everyone else involved in the post, but never tag her directly, and she was bothered by that. So we'll see if that angry post from Becky changes that. But Becky Lynch is still coming after that Intercontinental title, and a lot of fans think she may just win that title and carry it into the summer, so we'll have to see how that goes. There's been more updates on the releases that indirectly affect the Wyatt Sicks, and this is about Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was a part of the recent releases, and fans just couldn't understand how a beloved fan favorite big attraction like Braun Strowman could get released. He's always a reliable option to go out there and get the crowd pumped, so fans just couldn't understand why. Well, according to new reports, they claim that Strowman's release was allegedly related to the fact that his pay didn't really match his usage. They claim that Braun Strowman was getting paid like an upper-tier superstar, all while not being heavily featured in major storylines and matches. So when it came down to needing roster cuts to be made, that reason right there is why Strowman was one of the first on the list to go. Braun Strowman's release is also a massive blow for the world of the Wyatt Sicks. During their 2024 run, Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks put out an anonymous message to one of their brothers, who they said they were keeping an eye on, and how when the timing was right, they'll be more than willing to welcome him home. Wyatt Sicks never directly mentioned who that message was for specifically, but their usage of the word brother and talking about coming home, that led everyone to believe that message was most definitely intended for Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was a member of the Wyatt family and had a long, deep feud with Bray Wyatt during the days of the Thunderdome. Not to mention that Braun also had a very deep history with Alexa Bliss as well, dating all the way back to their days in the Mixed Tag Team Tournament. So with all these direct ties to Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt, and even getting a direct letter from the Wyatt Sicks, everyone thought that one of the big roles Braun Strowman was being saved for was some type of affiliation storyline with the Wyatt Sicks. Braun Strowman teased this idea himself in many interviews, saying that he can feel the Wyatt Sicks trying to pull him in from a distance and make him part of the family again, but how he was fighting those urges that he was feeling to join them. It was a very interesting idea that a lot of fans thought was happening. That if the Wyatt Sicks ever got a big expansion, obviously the new members would be Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman, due to their massive historic ties with the Wyatts. It looks like the Alexa Bliss edition will be happening, but the Braun Strowman edition is now no longer even a possibility following his release. That marks the second time that Braun Strowman has been released in under 3 years. So it stings to see a big attraction like Braun Strowman leave, especially considering those Wyatt Sicks seeds that were put in place and had fans hyped about. As far as things go with the current Wyatt Sicks members themselves, all 6 of them, including Alexa Bliss, survived this wave of cuts and releases. Every member made it through, which is a very strong indication that all hope for the faction has not been lost, and they're going to give the Wyatt Sicks another run. A lot of fans are critical of the first run from the Wyatt Sicks. There were some incredible things, such as their arrival moment itself and the Uncle Howdy interviews. And then after that, they only had 2 feuds for the entire back half of 2024. They faced Chad Gable's group and then Karrion Kross's group before vanishing for no storyline related reason. So there's some fans that are very negative and down towards the Wyatt Sicks because they feel like the group is directionless. So everyone is holding out hope that a great plan and direction is in store for the Wyatt Sicks after the 5 months they had to prepare for this second run. Not much is known about the Wyatt Sicks upcoming run. The only thing that is confirmed is that Alexa Bliss will take over the leadership role and that the group will be on Smackdown. Those are the only major details that are known and confirmed about this upcoming run. Then you had that recent scrolling text teaser from Raw that most definitely spelled out Alexa's name, but fans can't say for sure if that was a solid teaser or just a major coincidence. So there's still a lot of uncertainties there with the group, but what also appears to be confirmed now is that the group will still be in full strength since all of their current members made it through the releases and are still on the company's roster. So it looks like that confirms that the Wyatt Sicks will be getting their second run together after all. But after a slow first run and a near 6-month hiatus, fans are going to have the group on a very short leash. So they're going to have to return on fire with a great story and direction right away, because if it starts to go in the direction of the last run, fans may really become all out on the group after all. Jade Cargill and Naomi were back in the headlines this week for a couple of different reasons. Jax may be the current main rival for Tiffany Stratton at the moment, but Jade and Naomi made it perfectly clear that they both want that women's title as well. Jade Cargill had a moment where she took the title from the referee and rested it on her shoulder for a moment before ultimately giving it back to Tiffany. Naomi then laid the both of them out and posed with the title herself to close everything out. So it's an interesting dynamic they're setting up there. It surely looks like Naomi and Jade Cargill could possibly get another match against each other, and judging by the context clues here, it looks like that match could very well be for the rights to become the new #1 contender for the women's title. And remember, the original WrestleMania 41 plans that were shown in the Netflix Unreal trailer, those original plans for the event saw Jade Cargill and Jax meeting at WrestleMania 41 for the women's title. So considering that Jade Cargill was already in consideration to compete for the championship at WrestleMania, we have to assume that Jade Cargill will be competing for the championship real soon. So there's a strong chance Jade Cargill comes out on top as the new #1 contender here. Jade Cargill and Naomi were also in the headlines for a highly controversial post from Naomi herself. This weekend was a highly emotional weekend with several superstars being cut from the company and released. A lot of people unexpectedly losing their jobs and having their futures being put into the unknown. Definitely a very unfortunate and horrific situation. But Naomi took to her social media platforms to post a joke that if she was in charge of the releases, she would keep everyone and just release Jade Cargill. Of course, Naomi was saying that as a joke and trying to be in character about it, but that post got a lot of mixed reactions from fans that think it was just maybe too soon to be cracking jokes about co-workers losing their jobs. So Naomi did get a lot of mixed reviews on that joke. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.